Okay, hey guys, Mr. Ritter here. Mr. Hackler is in the other room working as well. So this is the safety rules video. And first thing I want to say is we want you to read through the safety contract. And this is mine. I highlighted all this stuff. And so I always go through and really look at what's there. And so if you think about what it is, it's really common sense stuff. And but it's important that we go through it because this is how we say stay safe. Now, when we're all done, you're going to take a little quiz over the top of it, see what you've learned. Really, the big deal is that we want you to stay safe, not get hurt. So read through the handout, and I mean that, read it. But I'm going to go through some things too. So what we need to understand is when you get here, we will point out all of the safety equipment locations. So where the fire blankets are, where the extinguishers are, where the eye wash stations are, where the student safety shower is. So we will go through that on when we're in together on first day. First aid kit. First aid kit for both Mr. Hackler and my room, Mr. Hackler and my rooms. First aid kit's in our teacher desk drawer. If there is an issue, we will help you. We do have some Band-Aids. If it's something that we really need to go further about, we'll probably send you to the nurse, but we have a basic first aid kit. Eye wash station is on both of our desks. So if you have an issue that you need your eyes washed out, minimum 20 minutes. You leave your head. We're just trying to make sure that you keep your eyes. You keep your eyes in the water. We'll talk about that later. Safety shower. Actually, the safety shower is right above me, right there. Mr. Hackler's is in the back of his room in 112. I'm 114. Fire extinguisher is on the side of my room, right by my printer. Same with Mr. Hackler. And again, that's on the west side. If you don't know which way is west, it's that way. Okay, fire blanket. The fire blanket is actually in my room. It is on my south wall, and that is the wall where the windows are. So just kind of, I love this little cartoon, lab peer pressure. They're trying to get this guy to smell the chemical, but everybody else has already smelled it. Anyhow, so if you ever get a chance, look up Far Side cartoons. They're pretty funny. Lab safety, general rules. Here we go. 1, be responsible. Don't mess around. Follow our directions. Don't work alone. You're not ever going to be able to eat or drink in the laboratory. Don't use your mouth for any sort of suction. Only do the experiments that we tell you to do. Don't try your own experiments. Don't deviate or go away from the experiments. Only experiment when we're here. So there's a lot to that one. Here's the deal. If we have a lab, sometimes we'll tell you ahead of time, sometimes you won't. But the idea is be prepared. So if we're going to do a lab day, just know you're not going to be wearing sandals that day. You're going to be wearing shoes that are fully covering your feet. You're going to have your hair pulled back to where it's not hanging in your face or your fire or anything like that. You're not going to wear clothing that's too tight. You're not going to wear the clothing that's too loose. And so the idea is we want to prevent any injury. So we need to understand what we're going to be doing. No horseplay. I love this one here too. Check this one out. So this guy up here, he's reaching for something. This one's just pretending whatever. But look, drop, drop, drop of acid on the back of his neck. Professor Glickman, the lab practical joker, deftly places a single drop of hydrochloric acid on the back of Professor Bingham's neck. Yeah, well, that's not going to be fun. We're not messing around. Keep your area clean. Don't have it messy. We have vents in both of our rooms. If we need to turn them on, we will. Either way, make it so you're not working, breathing in fumes. Disposing of chemical waste. You do not throw things down the sink. You do not flush anything. We'll tell you how to get rid of stuff. A lot of times we'll have a spill bucket or something like that. Read all the labels. If we have labels on something, read it. Clean your area. I can't tell you how critical it is for us to have an area that is clean and sanitary. Wash your hands. Wash your lab equipment. We need to make sure everything's cleaned up. If it's not, we'll need to find a way to get it cleaned up. So we'll have that conversation. Don't walk around. Monitor what you're doing. In the event of a fire drill, you need to know, okay, are we going to have to put out something or turn something off? All equipment is always going to be turned off before we exit the room. Tornado drill, same way. We don't want to have that. Last year, we actually had a tornado incident where we were not in lab. However, we had to sit on the wall for quite a long time. Anything you come in contact with, microorganisms, animals, anything, treat as if it's harmful. You do not want to get sick. Another, do not hold specimen in your hand while using a scalpel. You're not going to use too many scalpels, but you might use some scissors and some things. Be careful. Clothing, I think I hit on this a little bit earlier. One, if we have chemicals or heat or glassware, we'll give you the laboratory goggle. Sometimes we use them, sometimes we don't. Again, they are to be worn with chemical, heat, and glassware. Your glasses are not, so like my glasses here, these are not safety glasses. They are, I guess, better than nothing, but they don't really do a lot to protect your eyes. Stuff will splash up underneath there just fine. Contact lenses. If you have contacts, which a lot of people do, if we're doing some sort of a liquid-based laboratory, not going to need to use those. I mean, we're going to want to take those out. I'll let you know ahead of time. I don't think last year we had too many of them that needed to do that, so should be okay, but I'll let you know. Aprons. Aprons will be provided if we do something that has an acid involved next to your clothing. So we do not use aprons all the time, just selected activities. Your hair. And you can see my hair is getting a little long, and so I'm going to have to tie my hair back. No, just kidding. Short hair, probably not going to have any problem. Longer hair, we do not want you to become the Human Torch. And so put it up in a ponytail or whatever you got to do. Loose clothing, jewelries, sandals. You want to be careful because a couple things could happen. Jewelry can snag something. Clothing can be loose and catch into the fire or catch into flame. I think the biggest problem is don't have it too loose, don't have it too tight. If it's too tight, you spill acid on it, it won't come off your body as far as the acid causes you a problem. Closed-toed shoes, obviously, are what we're looking for. Why? You drop something that's sharp, goes down, spill an acid, goes down, your feet are what gets it. And so we got to be careful. Don't want any hot substances burning your feet. etc. Accidents and injuries. Okay. So accidents happen. And so if there's an issue, report it to Mr. Hackler and myself. Um, don't wait. I cut myself. I burnt myself. Uh, you don't have to yell code one. Code one, code one, code red, I'm burning, whatever. Um, just let us know. Don't be crazy about it, because if it's too much, then it's hard to figure out what's going on. And so just let us know. Oh, I just hurt, I just cut, I just whatever. Okay. If a chemical splashes in your eyes, I said this earlier, go to the eye wash station. You push the lever down, take the little black caps off, push the lever down, flush your eyes for 20 minutes. Don't give up. Keep it going. Keep it going. If you have it on your skin, pull the chain down. Everything I have will get wet. I do not care. Might be a good way for me to get some new stuff. But yeah, do it. When we handle chemicals, it's like that cartoon earlier. They were trying to get them to smell it. Always assume that a chemical is dangerous to smell. Always. If you smell it by wafting. I'll tell you when and when not to smell something. I just want to make sure. Don't stir things with your fingers. Don't stir things by shaking it around. We want you to use a glass stirring rod. We will give you one. Never return any unused chemicals back to their original container. I will tell you, Mr. Hackler will tell you what to do with them. Again, they're given to us. Do not remove anything from the laboratory. No chemicals are to be removed, specimens, anything like that. This is a dangerous, dangerous thing. Behind me, right here, is the chemical storage area. It's directly on the other side from Mr. Hackler, same thing. You guys are not to go into the chemical storage area. We'll let you know what you're supposed to do. Now, in the event of code red or something like that, we have been known to hide out in there and prepare ourselves. So I'm just letting you know. Let's see this one. I like this one. Oh, yeah. I hate it when you carry your test tubes that way behind your ear. Not very safe. Again, lab safety, critical. Handling glassware. First of all, if you break glass, we will pick it up with a dustpan and a brush. Do not pick it up with your hands. You probably cut yourself. Get some chemical in your hands. We don't want that. Just know that anything that we do with beakers or laboratory equipment, you will not use broken or chipped glassware. If it's dirty, you will have to clean it. So pretty simple. If you don't understand how to use something, ask. So inserting glass tubing into a rubber stopper. So first of all, using a towel or glove, twist the tubing carefully, and then add water as a lubricant to get it in there. You're not going to do this. Won't do it. I don't do it because I've seen people put glass tubes through their hands before, and it's just not good. But just know these are the procedures that you do. When you heat up a substance, don't point the end of the test tube at anybody. You need to point it away from people. Had that happen with a good friend of mine when I was in high school. He and I were lab partners, and when we were heating up a test tube, a substance exploded into my face. He was heating it up, and when it did, it burned me. He said he was sorry, by the way. Never look into a container that's being heated. That's exactly why you don't do that. Never leave an unlit burner unattended, right? Somebody will brush by it. It'll catch on fire. Flammable material. right? We want to make sure that we're not catching anything on fire. Hot glass looks like cold glass. So if you heat up glass, test tube, whatever, it'll look just like a piece of cold glass and you'll burn yourself. I think this is kind of neat. If you think about kind of some different things, Jim here is drinking out of a beaker. That's no good. Tim and Ray are hitting each other with a book, horseplay. Sue, I'm not sure what she's got going, but I think she's got her hair on fire here. Bob has now broke his beaker and cut himself by picking it up. I don't know who shoved these scissors here into the socket. This is not a good thing. Carl and Tina have goggles on. They're heating up their substances, but Carl, it looks like he's pouring something back into his container, while Tina is doing the right thing by causing the unlit or the heated substance away from each other. Yeah. So we just, here's Joe. Yeah, not good. Joe's not going to do well today, I guess. So we just need to think about where we're at, what we're doing at all times. Why? Somebody could get really hurt, and we don't want that to happen. Same thing here. You can look. Here's somebody climbing up on the cabinets. Something exploded here. Putting stuff back into the barrel. Suctioning things with your mouth. Drinking out of the container. Got a little coffee brewing. Nice. Listening to music. Jamming. Not paying attention. Got a cord wrapped around your foot. Right? So, I mean, there's all sorts of really bad things going on here. So what's your laboratory quiz going to be like? 35 questions, 20 multiple choice, 14 true false. There is one diagram. Basically, we want you to get 100% on this thing. Well, it's not hard. It's an easy grade to go in the grade book. So pretty simple, but just wanted to share that with you. I think things go pretty easy, and appreciate you paying attention. I'd like you now to read over your safety contract, and then you're going to put your name under I agreement right there, and then you're going to sign it right there and date it, and then your parents sign it and date it there. You'll need to answer these questions too, by the way, right there. So need to make sure we do that. Again, I think I've gone over everything. Everything pretty much lays out, easy to understand. Should be pretty good. You guys all get 100s on the quiz. So thank you so much. You guys are awesome. And we'll see you on the next one. Have a great day.